Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. To this recipe, I'm going to show you how to make Nigeria akara. I'll show you how to peel your beans before you start making akara. Why don't you watch this video to the end? So I'll be using my local beans. You can use any type of beans you have, which is like the white beans, or you can also use the oloyin beans. This recipe is a very common recipe in Nigeria. You can find it in the streets of Nigeria, and it's a very popular household breakfast that you enjoy. With this delicious homemade recipe, I'm going to show you how I make my own akara by starting by peeling my beans from the scratch. I like using my hand to peel the beans. You can also use your blender. Just press the pause or play button. That's also work fine. So this is the method of using your hand to peel your beans if you don't know how to use your blender as well. So I've finished peeling on my beans. Then I'm going to just save it for the last time to see if everything is purely clean. Take a note before you start peeling your beans. Remember to check if there's any dirty or stone in your beans before you start peeling it, so you not find that while blending your beans. So this is the outcome after peeling. I'm going to soak it about 45 minutes, then we'll start blending because I'm using blender to blend this. There are a lot of recipe that you can make with these beans, so I'll start by blending my beans. Take a note, when you are making your akara, you just have to add little water. You don't have to add more water. It all depends on your blender. You need to use a powerful blender for this. I'll be using to habanero. You can decide to dice your pepper and your onions, which is rodo. You can decide to blend it, or you can decide to dice it into your blended beans. But I prefer blending my pepper into, which is my rodo, into my beans, because I don't want to see between a pepper while eating my akara. That's why it all depends on your preferences, how you like your akara. After blending your beans, the paste should be like this, like very thick, very creamy, not watery. You have to be very thick. Take a note about that. Akara paste should be very thick, not watery. So I'm going to go ahead and add salt. As I said, making akara, it all depends on everybody's preferences. I don't normally add seasoning into my akara. I like it natural taste by adding salt and it dies onions. Then you go ahead and whisk your paste to get it fluffy. You can decide to whisk your paste for 5 minutes. I normally whisk mine for 3 to 5 minutes to make it very fluffy. While putting it in the hot oil is going to float in the oil, not sink in the oil. So take a note. So that is the reason you have to let your blended beans to be very thick. If you are blending it in the commercial blender outside, just tell them it's for akara. They know how to blend it and it will not be watery. It's different from blending it for my. So this is the outcome. You can see it looks very fluffy. Then we're going to put it in the heated oil. I'm frying mine in the medium heat. I want it to be very crunchy, not too soft, and I want it to cook very well. So I'll be cooking mine in medium heat. Sometimes I might decide to reduce it so it will be fully crunchy, like dry, when I'm eating my homemade akara. This is a very popular breakfast recipe. It is a household breakfast recipe that you can find in the street of Nigeria. It's very common. People enjoy it during Saturdays, weekend, and you can make your at any time. You can decide to scoop your bean paste to a bigger size. You can decide to use your tablespoon as well, just the way I'm doing the video. It all depends on if you like a bigger size of akara. You can decide to add other things to your akara. That's why I said it all depends on everybody preferences of making their own made akara, on how they enjoy eating akara. So akara is a very delicious Nigeria household food. Not only Nigeria, there are other Africa countries that also enjoy eating akara. Let me know in the comment section, what do you call this in your own language? Please leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you call this in your own language. Please let me know where you are watching this video from, and please do not forget to give this video a like and please share my video. If you've not subscribed to my channel, you are a new viewer to my channel, please remember to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get updated of my new videos. I post weekly video and I have a lot of recipes in my channel. Please feel free to check it after watching this recipe. So I'm going to flip my akara until everything is golden color in both sides. Then I'm going to cook it and keep on frying my other akara. Quickly, questions about akara. I've come across this question about akara. Why is my akara not crunchy? There are a lot of reasons that your akara cannot come out crunchy. If you add too much water while you are blending your beans, like you are trying to get a beans puree. If you add too much water, your akara will be very watery, your paste will be very watery, and you will not get it crunchy when you are frying your akara. The less water you use, the more crunchy your akara is going to become. Someone has asked me this question before: do you add seasoning to your akara? Akara does not really need a lot of spice or a lot of seasoning. It all depends on your preferences while making akara. Blend your beans, your pepper, which is your rodo. You can also add a red bell pepper as well, and onions. You can blend it together. Blending it together, add some salt, you get a perfect delicious akara taste that do not really need you to add seasoning to it. It all depends on your preferences. If you feel like adding seasoning to your akara, feel free, but just add a little so it will not be too salty, because you are going to add salt to it. Salt is perfectly okay with your additional other fresh ingredients that you've added to your beans before frying it. So to that question, I don't really add seasoning to my akara paste when I'm trying to fry my akara. Continue frying your akara, your other paste of your blended akara, and at this time take a note, let your oil be hot before you start frying your akara if you don't want it to soak in oil. Akara is a very popular African dish that you can eat at any time. It's very delicious for a breakfast, and it's also you can eat your akara with pap like custard. You can eat it with bread. You can also decide to eat your akara as natural as it tastes. So this is the outcome of our freshly homemade akara. This smells amazing. You can enjoy this while it's hot or cold. Please do not forget to check more of my recipe in my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you to every one of you that has subscribed to my channel. Hope to see you in my next video.